Class of 2020, congratulations. I'm honored to be speaking to you young men today. I hope I can relate to you student athletes, as I was once in your shoes. Finishing high school, embarking on a new journey, one that will challenge you all. First, let's take a look back at how you got here. The culmination of years of hard work, ups and downs, unexpected twists and turns, long hours of schoolwork, euphoric wins, and hurtful losses. You've persevered. It takes a strong support system to get through high school, and some recognition is due to those who have helped you achieve this dream. To your teachers, who guided you and led you in the pursuit of knowledge, often against your own will. We all know young teenagers can be difficult in class, and trust me, I was one of them. Make sure you say thank you. To your coaches and staff at the Galaxy Academy, who put in countless hours preparing you to pushing you to reach your dreams. Make sure you acknowledge them. Take those lessons with you to the next phase of life and your career. Most importantly, to your family and friends, the ones who would do anything for you, who drove you in the early morning hours to trainings, games, and tournaments, the ones who waited extra hours in the parking lot because your coaches decided to have an extra fitness session. Family will stand by you in the good moments and bad moments. Never forget this, never take them for granted, always look to them for advice, and make sure you thank them and tell them how much you love them for all their sacrifices. This is a transitional moment for many of you in life, whether it's college, a professional contract, or another path that you will be pursuing. Things will change for you. Many of you have spent years in the Galaxy Academy together, training hard and working toward a common goal for days on end. There will be a new challenge ahead, and that's exciting. It will likely push you outside your comfort zone, and that's okay. I myself find that being outside my comfort zone is when I find out the most about myself. This pandemic has pushed us all outside our comfort zones at the moment. You didn't get to finish your high school and academy careers in the way you wanted. It's okay to be frustrated with that, but know that life will not always go according to plan. Whether it's school, relationships, or soccer, there will be adversity you need to overcome. You guys may be too young to have accumulated a lot of injuries in soccer at the moment. That is the blessing of being young. Show up to the field, barely stretch, go shoot a ball as hard as you can, and you feel fine. Let me tell you, those days will not last forever. I speak about this because I had to overcome injuries myself. 3 hamstring surgeries, broken tibia, and countless other injuries that set back my career. There were dark days in those moments for me. Thankfully, I had a good support system. I relied on them and forged ahead through those tough times. I decided that I would do everything to just get 1% better every day. I wasn't going to feel sorry for myself. If there was a setback, I would regroup and start again. Just 1% better every day. And it starts to compound, and you start to see real gains and strides. It's quite simple. Whether heading to training or going to class, just make yourself better than you were the day before. I'll relate this to a soccer video session for you guys. After matches, we've all looked over game film. Win or lose, there are always things you can improve on, and the coaches seem to harp on these elements. It's important to understand your strengths and weaknesses, what you did well in the game and in life, and what you struggle with. Make sure your strengths remain resolute and work tirelessly on your weaknesses. Your opponents or enemies, whatever you wish to call them, will look to exploit your weaknesses and limit your strengths. They won't be able to do that if you can beat them in many methods. This applies to not just soccer, but everyday life as well. Just 1% better every day, and your weaknesses can become your strengths. I want to talk about something else that's extremely relevant right now. I know some of you personally have met others in passing and have watched all of you play at some point in this past year. We likely are different in many ways. Different backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities, races, language, and age when it comes to me. What we do have in common is a certain passion, a certain love for the game of soccer, football, or whatever you prefer to call the beautiful game. This has brought us together. It's let us travel the US and the world and see many places that the average person does not get to see. A perfect example for me was my last year of playing. I was 32 at the time. A sprightly young 17-year-old kid named Julian Araujo, who many of you know, was brought into the first team. A 15-year gap between him and I. Different race, different culture, age, but a number of similarities sparked an unlikely friendship. Both of our dads are cancer survivors. Both of us have a fond connection to the Santa Barbara area. And we both seem to be late bloomers and overlooked at players in our young careers. I admire Julian's work ethic and his fearlessness that he shows in the field. He has also had his struggles that reminded me of my young self, although he was far more talented at that age than I was. I learned from Julian in training and tried to give him some of the wisdom I'd amassed over my 11-year career. A 32-year-old learning from a 17-year-old. Who would have thought? It would have been easy for me to say I'm a veteran and there's nothing a young player could teach me. But oh, how I would have been wrong. It taught me a life lesson. What I will say to you is embrace those people that are different than you in your journey. Learn about the cultures and backgrounds of your teammates and friends. Judge them off their moral character, work ethic, and how they treat others. You're never too old to stop learning and taking in new people in your life. Be more open-minded and seek out those who will push you in the right direction in life. My last piece of advice for the class of 2020 is to be more than just a soccer player. Pro soccer is in the cards for a few of you. College soccer may be the end for others. But you are all given an unreal platform as an athlete to make change in this world. Now, that change doesn't have to make the news every night. You don't need to be the leader of a community. It can be something so small that impacts just one person's life per day. I wasn't one of the vocal people, but I found that hospital visits brought me joy and put smiles on kids' faces who were going through tough times. That was my way to try and make the world a better place. Find your niche. People look up to you guys as leaders. Make sure you conduct yourselves as so. I commend the class of 2020 for your perseverance, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Continue to respond to hardships and tough times with a positive attitude. Strive to be better in school, life, and soccer every day. Embrace and surround yourself with good people, as you are the company you keep. Have the courage to choose your own path and not what others expect of you. You only get one shot at this journey called life. Make the most of it, guys.